Yes, this is the second time I appeared. I appeared the first time when I became a judge.
And thus far, for how long have you been a judge in the Gauteng local division? Very briefly, can you take us to your experience in electoral matters?
I have very little experience in electoral matters. I've never served on the electoral court. Um, at a point in time, I've been asked by colleagues of cases relating to electoral matters. I personally do not. I've never appeared as a judge in an electoral matter because I've never been appointed to the court. I have some knowledge of the acts which govern it. I have some knowledge of, for example, the issue which was raised, I think, by Mampele Rampele some years ago about the difference in the way that the National Assembly is elected versus the local assembly, and some of those issues, and obviously what I've read about electoral matters, but I've never actively participated in any electoral matter.
In the event you are considered for the position, I would imagine that you will or might have already familiarized yourself with the relevant principles and case law, particularly the cases of the Constitutional Court dealing with issues of the Electoral Court.
Sorry, I think I didn't come through. I have read the legislation. A lot of it is very detailed, so it's very difficult to remember. I'm aware, for example, of the latest Tlokwe judgment, and I'm aware of the general principles that are of application, namely that it's an administrative law issue coupled together with a high degree of constitutional application.
My experience is that issues relating to voting often happens at a time when elections are taking place, be it local elections or national elections. And what is required by the court at a given moment when an application is brought before the electoral court is that the justices who assist with the matter have to decide the matter as a matter of extreme urgency, which then requires the judge to look into the matter and write the judgment without delay. Is it a matter that you are quite familiar with?
Sorry, yes, I agree with you that these matters generally are decided as a matter of extreme urgency. However, I think that it's a five-man court, and although there are only three judges, the JPs are highly experienced and skilled person, and I would believe that there would be cross-input between the members of the panel, particularly the judges. Also, I feel that I'm well able to deal with issues even if they are extremely urgent. I have, during the course of my time as a judge, faced issues of extreme urgency and not shrunk away from making a decision. And generally, I think my decisions have been correct, and I would anticipate that I would apply my mind properly and correctly to the principles and of application to the particular matter and be able to deal with it expeditiously.
I may ask, what raises the interest in moving from the High Court to the Electoral Court?
I see the Electoral Court as a challenge to me. I'm a person who is highly motivated by the work that I do. I regard it as a great honor of this country to have appointed me as a judge. and I regard it as a great honor to be able to perform the work which I perform. And I see it as a great opportunity to serve my country. I'm humbled by the persons with whom I would sit in such a court. I see it as a great challenge to be able to participate in the future affairs of the country by dealing with electoral matters which come to me. I feel that I would be able to give a contribution at a personal level, which would be of value. I hope so. I would try my best. I would seek the guidance of the seniors who sit on that court, such as my JP would be sitting on the court, who would be able to give me input. And I see it as a very exciting prospect where I would be able to contribute.
Judge President Shongwe, I think I jumped the gun. I should have allowed you to have a first go with the questions, but I acted prematurely. I beg your pardon. Please.
No, it's fine. No, you're right. No, you start.
Thank you. Thank you, Committee. Judge President.
Thank you, Chairperson. Judge Lamont, you are based in Johannesburg, and in Johannesburg there are 2 judges who are members of the court, am I correct?
In Johannesburg, there is, I call him Stanley, some people call him Sian, Moshidi, who is a member of the court. There is Wepener, who is a member of the court. And I'm making application. I do not understand that the terms will overlap, in the sense that I believe that Moshidi J and Wepener's J's terms will come to an end fairly soon, and that I would be appointed after that. But it is true that currently 2 of the judges come from the Gauteng local division.
Yes, in terms of their proximity with you in the same division, would it perhaps assist you to draw some experience from them?
It would be of great assistance to me to have access, particularly to Moshidi J, with whom I have a long-standing relationship. He used to brief me when he was an attorney in 1975, and he and I know each other extremely well, and I think we are fairly close friends. And I believe that he would, without hesitation, offer me whatever assistance I needed, and I would not hesitate to ask him. I respect his opinion, I respect him as a man, and I believe him to be an efficient lawyer. So it would be of great help to me to have that. And similarly, Wepener J, although he's a lot more junior than Moshidi J, I also have a fairly close relationship with him. We were at the bar together for many years. I was in the group which he led for many years. I think we served together on the Bar Council for some years. So it would be of great assistance to me to have the ability to approach those 2 people.
You have indicated that you are familiar with the law, that is the legal framework in the sense of the legislation as well as the rules and regulations of the Electoral Court.
I think I have an understanding of them. They are fairly detailed, so it's very difficult to deal with them in general terms. But I think I have an understanding of the underlying principles.
I'm sure you understand the principle that, I mean, being a high court judge and wanting to be part of the Electoral Court, you are attracting to yourself some work on top of the work that you have, and there isn't any extra remuneration. Do you understand that part of it?
Yes, I'm well aware that the application by me, if it is successful, would result in a lot of extra work coming to me. I understand that currently the court is very busy and that there have been many applications which have been before it, and that there is no extra money for this. I understand also that my JP is sensitive to the needs of judges and for the needs of the country, and that if I'm appointed, he would, if I asked him for time, make it available to me. But I think generally speaking, I try to manage my time properly. For example, today I am on duty, and I arranged that my duty for today will be heard tomorrow. So there is no inconvenience to anyone. My JP is not inconvenienced, the court is not inconvenienced, and I foresee that I would at least be able to make a serious attempt not to invade my ordinary duties as a judge. I really enjoy those ordinary duties as a judge, and when I say ordinary, I don't mean to demean them in any way. I mean my normal day-to-day activities. I've been fortunate. I've been given many big matters, if I can call it that, and I've been able to run these matters and run whatever extra matters I needed to run simultaneously with them, and perform the judicial duties which are given to me by my JP, and I perceive that I will continue to do so.
With your experience as a High Court judge, the pressure that will bear on you in taking the position, should you be appointed, you think you have all the qualities of being able to withstand the pressure of the amount of work. As you know, the Electoral Court is a periodic and specialized court. It doesn't sit every day. I mean, it sits as and when there are electoral matters.
Yes, I understand that there will be great pressure upon me. I think I should be able to withstand that pressure. I have withstood great pressure certainly over the last 2 or 3 years when I've been involved in a particular matter, which was a very pressurized matter on me personally, which has resulted in me which possibly has resulted in me running for a long time in a big matter with high pressure and at a time when there are very difficult circumstances prevailing. So I believe that I would be able to withstand the pressure of the Electoral Court as an extra on top of the work which I do.
I noticed that the other legal bodies that have commented on your application are all favorable. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I've seen the comments of the other bodies, and I was very grateful for their words. I have strong ties with the BLA, for whom I lecture on a regular basis to attorneys and other people. And for example, they are currently running a course and have invited me, notwithstanding that I'm on duty to attend the course and notwithstanding that I'm here, to still come even though I'm not there. So I have a good relationship with the BLA, and I was very pleased because I think they know me quite well, that they recommended me. The other entity, the other person who wrote about me, I know because he has been an acting judge at times, and I was humbled by the things they had to say. So I'm humbled by what they have said about me. I'm very conscious that I have flaws and that I have issues to overcome, as we all have. So it makes me proud that my brothers South Africans see me as a person that they are prepared to accept in a judicial position. I think I've said it before, and I think I've said it in my application, that being a judge is not just a question of being a judge. One of the very important features that I see of being a judge is that the judge is acceptable to the community, because his authority, although it comes from the state, has to be accepted by the people who appear in front of him. And I see it as a very important part of a judge's life, that he should be acceptable to the public.
Thank you, Chairperson. I've got no further questions.
Thank you, Judge President. Commissioners, I've looked from right to left. I don't see any hand. Dr. Musa, okay. Doctor, let me recognize you. Thank you.
No, I just want to commend the judge, because in everything that he says, he comes across as putting the country and the interest of the people before everything. I'm very impressed with his approach. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. The JP says to me I must close, but I'm looking around. Commissioners, Judge Lamont, let me take this opportunity to...
Sorry?
Mr. Malema,
No, I'm saying you can close.
are you... thank you very much.
Why are we letting him off the hook so easily?
Commissioners, thank you very much. Let me just thank Judge Lamont for making himself available, and congratulate you for this opportunity. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Unless if you have something to say further, you are excused.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.